On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. Down the numbers. There he goes. Racing to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Jeanty, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Nix to the air. And this is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense, and they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here's Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And he will have the Broncos first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Broncos had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Captain. Bombers. Chill.
Nix to throw again. He's going to air one out. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown. The new season, and the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Hey, we're 33. Good. 180. Up. Run. Stop.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Regular. Good. 180.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll get this out to Jeanty. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Point it right. Good. 180. Real. Pistol. Alert.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Touchdown Raiders. Trey Tucker, 30 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after.
The kick
Point
is
after,
good.
right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At their
From the
48-yard
48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Nix.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Nick's going to give to Hardy. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. That one out wide and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
38-yard line.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready. 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 Away, away, away.
To throw, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere and made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on, 20 right. 20.
A give out of the gun to Genty.
And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Here's Mayfield.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think they... Were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Lutz good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Mayfield. Pass to the left side where he's got Bowers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Kings!
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
180, point it right, stop.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, 43 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two.
The Raiders will line up for the two.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points.
Raiders 22.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Bombers. Hold on a second. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
2nd and 10.
Hold on a second. Ready. Captain. Show.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on third down, Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10
Go.
at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Hold on a second.
Back to throw. Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
That
down.
was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown, Broncos. Pat Bryant, 29 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Raiders 22. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Muscles by at the 25. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
Mayfield down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, alert 33!
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Kings! Hey, alert, alert! Alert! Point it right, down!
Now Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
On first down, it's Genty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back, 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Working out of the gun is Nix. Throw right side, it's pulled in by Bryant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 47.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Bombers. Oh, my son!
Throwing Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Harvey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Nix to the air.
At the 29-yard line.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Real. 180! Hey, alert 33. Regular. Kings. Hey, alert. Watch out!
Throwing, Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Run. 20! Alert! Point it right. Pistol. Hey, alert 33! Up! Real. Stop!
Final play of the half, Mayfield. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Stop!
To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. Now this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
180!
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
180! Up, left! Watch out!
Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
180! Watch out!
Mayfield with it once more. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, that certainly hurts. Your guys put you in position to take the lead here in the third quarter, but that one's off the mark. So a definite missed opportunity right there.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harvey. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hold my set! Ready! 180, watch out!
Toss left side for Harvey. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready! 180, watch out!
Now it's Nix. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hold on, set! Ready! 180, watch out!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far,
It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he'll get in. He's open for the touchdown. Bo Nix scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz for the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll get this out to Genty. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
That is caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
13 yards on the play.
Point it right.
Las Vegas.
A run out of the gun with Genty.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Las Vegas.
Ashton Genty.
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 2.
Raiders 36.
On a the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 44 yards rushing for them now in the ball game.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Once more with Harvey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Nix from the shotgun. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. The Broncos on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Nix. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
The 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Nix. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
7-yard pickup.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Bombers. Away. Captain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready. Away.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Genty. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On the give, Genty.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
180. Run. Point it right. Kings. Watch.
Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
180. Alert. Watch out.
Mayfield now.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Second and 6.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Yep. 180. Stop.
Once again, it's Genty.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
Captain.
They'll look to throw.
That'll be complete to Harvey. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I mean, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him him down as he's inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Captain.
He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to the air with Nix. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it was strictly for pride.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can back.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 18. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
180!
Now a handoff to Genty. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Loss of a yard. It's now third and 13.
Here's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,